I'm going to teach you how to tune a guitar to standard E tuning by ear without using a tuner. So for starters, we're going to talk about what the strings are called. The low string, the E string, is called the 6th string. Next is an A, which we'll call the 5th string. Next is a D, which we'll call the 4th string. Next is a G, which we'll call the 3rd string. Next is a B, which we'll call the 2nd string. And next is the high E, which we'll call the 1st string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when tuning a guitar by ear, we're going to tune the whole guitar based off what the 6th string sounds like, the low E string. So to start, we have to make sure the low E string is in tune. To do this, we're going to need a reference pitch, which means if you have a keyboard or a piano, that works great. You can hit an E note and then adjust the tuning on your low 6th string to match. If you don't have a piano or a keyboard, you can just use this video and match it to that pitch. This is in true E. Just to demonstrate how to match up two pitches, I will use my high E string as the reference pitch, and I will match the 1st string with the 6th string, which I will detune now. So right now my guitar is not in tune. So I'm going to play my high E string, use that as a reference pitch, play my low E string, and I can tell that that's lower than my high E. So I'm going to tune it up a little bit. So now they're close again. You can hear that they're almost the same pitch. So now we're just going to fine tune that a little bit. So now I've got my 6th string in tune. So now I can tune the rest of my guitar based on what this 6th string sounds like. So for sake of example, I'm going to detune the rest of my guitar. And show you how to tune the rest of the guitar based on the 6th string. For the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, we're going to find those pitches based on the 5th fret of the string above it. So let's look at the A string right now. That's the 5th string. To tune the A string, we're going to put our first finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string. Because the 5th fret of the 6th string, that's an A note. So we need to make sure this pitch and that pitch match. So I can hear when I play the 5th fret of the 6th string and then play the open 5th string, I can tell that the 5th string is too low. So I'm going to tune that up a little bit. Let's see how close we are. Now I'm going to fine tune. So now these two strings, the 6th string and the 5th string, are in tune with each other. So now we're going to try and tune the 4th string. It's the exact same thing where if we put our first finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, that's going to be a D note. And since the 4th string is also a D note, these pitches need to match. But when I play them, I can tell that the 4th string, when I play that open, is below that. So I'm going to tune the 4th string up a little bit. So now I've got the 6th string, the 5th string, and the 4th string in tune. So if I wanted to play the first 3 notes of a G chord, they would be in tune. So let's talk about the 3rd string. To get that in tune, we're going to do the exact same method. I'm going to put my I'm going to put my first finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, since that's one string above the 3rd string. That is a G note, and the open 3rd string should also be a G note. So when I play them, I hear they're not right, and I hear when I play the open 3rd string, it's a little too high. So I'm going to tune that down a little bit. Let's try that. Still a little high. So I'm fine tuning. So now we've got 4 strings in tune. We've got the 6th, 5th, fourth, and third strings in tune. So if we wanted to play the first 4 notes of a G chord, those all sound right. Now this is the one part where it's a little bit different. When we're tuning the second string, instead of using the 5th fret, we're going to use the 4th fret of the string above it. So I've got my 5th string, which is a B note, and then I'm going to go to the 4th fret of the 3rd string, which is also a B note. When I play them, they're clearly not the same pitch, and I can tell that the 5th string is a little bit too low, so I'm going to tune that up a little bit. So now I've got 5 strings in tune. I can play the first 5 strings of a G chord. Now for the first string, I'm going to go back to the 5th fret, because the 5th fret of the 2nd string is an E, just like the open 1st string is. And when I play them, here's the 5th fret of the B string, and here's the open E string. I can tell that that's too high, so I'm going to tune that down a little bit. And now my guitar is in tune.